Hey there everyone, this is Joe from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, selling you the best bullion bars and coins shipped to you worldwide from Melbourne, Australia. This is our weekly precious metals technical analysis video looking at the big four: gold, silver, platinum and palladium. Of course, you should be bookmarking our website. Our online store is coming soon. Here's our phone number to call us worldwide. Send us an email if you're international, or if you just like email, that's cool too. sales@bullionnow.com.au. Here's our actual physical address where you can walk in, pay us cash, pay us card, a friendly handshake. No, we will take fiat currency only for all your best bullion bars and coins. You do want to subscribe to our channel. I'll go back to that a little bit later. 212 now subscribers. We've hit over the 200 mark. Join us on Instagram, instagram.com/bullionnow. And if you haven't already, we're going to start plugging our Twitter account as well. So it's just twitter.com/bullionnow. Only a few followers. So hit the follow button and check out what's going on in the Twitterverse as well. So gold, this is on the weekly time frame. We're using the tradingview.com website. It's priced in US dollars. And we're hovering around about now at about 1277 roughly. 3 out of the 4 metals are down from last week, but I will show you the one that's not in just a second. But here's gold. And where we were last week around about 7 days ago, and we can just count back, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, right about here. We'd come back down to this trend line right here, and since then we have had a rise back up to about 1287, 1290, but we are back down again about 1277. So I'm going to draw in a couple of different trend lines right now just off the cuff, and this is just going to be a small one here. See what happens there, and we'll do this one right here, because this looks like to be the new interim little short-term high right there, very short-term high. So we've got that one and that one. So you could say right now, I'm going to get rid of this one here. I think that's not in play anymore. I will keep this longer term one. But right here, you've got this little triangle pattern happening right now between this trend line, uptrend line, and this downtrend line. So it may continue to play within this symmetrical triangle, or it's more like a downward triangle right there. It might continue to play in between there until it makes a decision either way. As I've said many times before, you never get to the very corner of a triangle. It tends to make a move before then to the upside or the downside. It doesn't need to make a decision. I do think we are going to be heading for slightly lower prices. I have been saying that for a while. So just very quickly, I'll mention them again. I think the next little short-term target might be 1250. After that, you've got about 1230 USD, and then you've got this trend line right here. And I can't give you a real price because it depends what time that hits, right? You know, the longer it takes to get to it, the higher the price would be. So that is gold. As I said, I'm going to keep it really short and sharp. Bias is to the downside at the moment, and I would really be very, very happy to be wrong. So let's take a quick look at silver right now. This is another one that has had is on a downward trajectory, as I had mentioned before, or predicted as such. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're around about this $14.40 mark. Have since seen a slight lowering in price to about $14.30. Well, a 10-cent difference. It's not huge, but the pattern does seem to indicate at the moment that we are heading down further, but you never know, things can change very, very quickly. Let's just pop in, I think, a new trend line, because it does seem to be that this old trend line is completely useless now. So let's get rid of that and that and that, and a new trend line going through the most applicable points. Now, I don't think it's there anymore, because you can see the prices around this area have broken through it. So we need to go up to the next sort of plausible ones. You could say maybe there, but here seems to be definitely the right one. And where would I intersect that with? I think I'm going to intersect that with the old low right here. So let's go down, right down to there, and yep, okay, that's where I think it is right now. And at the moment, I think we're now playing within this larger triangle pattern. Let me just pop that out to the weekly and see what happens right there. To the weekly, we've got that downtrend line. Yeah, okay. I think you've got this, like, you can just see it right there. I don't need to draw in another line, but you've got this next target, as I've been talking about, right down here, of approximately your $13.90, $14 level. I think we could see a touch of that before it decides to, well, is it going to continue on the way down or then bounce off from that and still become a level of support. It's been a level of support for quite a while now. And as I have said previously, the more times you test a level of support, the more likely it is to be knocked out. And the same goes on the other side. The more times you test a resistance point, the more likely it is to be taken out and then higher prices. But this has been support since January, roughly December 2015. So it's yet to break through, but there's had that one test there in 2015, and then more recently in October of 2018. Doesn't mean we're going to break down, but just keep in mind that this is a significant level of support, that sort of $14 mark on the USD denomination, of course. So slight bias still to the downside with silver. Let's go to platinum. Platinum's a more interesting one. That's definitely followed the pattern that I thought it might. And here it is right here. We've been talking about this longer term channel, this trading range, this symmetrical triangle pattern right here. Definitely now at the bottom of it, technically a pierce below, but I wouldn't count that as absolutely broken through, and that absolutely means we're going to see lower prices from here. What I would expect after such a weekly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down weeks in a row, I think something has to give pretty soon. And I think what you could potentially find if we do not break down straight away to here, and the next downward move would be around about to 750 USD. Well, little spike there. Could be down to 750, but if this is, if we're going to continue in the trading range where you might see it bounce up, maybe come back up to this mark here, maybe at about 830 or somewhere in this range right here. As I said before, might trade within this range. It doesn't get all the way to the corner, but it has to make a decision either way at some point. My bias in the longer term, let's go to the monthly. Yeah, if we look at the monthly right here, definitely, in my opinion, definitely the bias is to the downside, and the lowest point I have it at the moment, doesn't mean I'm saying it's going there, but the lowest point I have right now is about 640 US dollars. It's a bit of a decent drop from here, which is closer to 800, but it definitely has that room to move, in my opinion. Doesn't mean you should wait to buy. You should be dollar cost averaging when you're buying your precious metals. That's the best way to do it, so you don't get caught out. But definitely a potential for 640. Let's see what happens from here. Now, lastly, we'll go to XPD, which is platinum. Now, this is on the monthly. Let's have a look on the weekly. What you see, actually, a slight rise in the price since last time. Let's go to the daily, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right here we had a low of 1300. That's where it was roughly last time. It's the one metal that has gone in the opposite direction, and we've seen a rise back up to about 1350 USD. But when you look at it on the longer term time frame, this definitely seems to me like we still have room to move down. This isn't anything new. I've said this before in the last number of weeks. Let's just put a little trend line in there. Rough kind of trend line-ish, something like that. Yep, look, we're still within or underneath this trend line right here. So this is on the weekly time frame. So we could certainly even pop up to the top end right here and around this, touching the trend line, but I do think we are heading down. And as I've said a billion times already now, I think we are going to visit at some point the previous all-time high of somewhere between 1100 and 1150. Don't quote me on any of these, of course. This is not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion, and it doesn't reflect the opinion of Bullion Now, the company, and its owners. Again, it's just my personal opinion. Lastly, I guess let's have a quick look at the gold to silver ratio. May as well, since we're here. Gold to silver ratio at 88.8, where seems to be climbing up to that 100 to 1 mark on the daily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, at around about 88 last time. Almost a full point upwards, almost to 90, and we have topped out so far at almost 90, about 89, so 89 I should say, almost a full point to 89. We haven't hit the 90 mark yet, but seems like we're on the way further up rather than down at the moment. Am I telling you to wait for the gold to silver ratio to go to 1 to 100? No, again, just buy regularly, buy from a reputable company such as Bullion Now. We do ship internationally, and we have excellent shipping rates as well. So you can be anywhere in the world and buy from us and be confident that you're getting a good rate and a good shipping rate as well. And being in Australia, we get a lot of the stuff that you can't get anywhere else, or it comes to us first. You know, a lot of the Perth Mint products will come to us first before they do internationally. Sometimes it works the other way around. Special design, special mintages might go internationally, and dealers in Australia don't get many, but a lot of the time it is still we get stuff first. So you do want to contact us, see what we have available, and of course you do want to be subscribed to the YouTube channel. As I said before, we hit over 200 subscribers. I think it was yesterday or the day before, and now we're at 212. You have really good reasons to join the family, so hit the big red subscribe button. Weekly auctions, my precious metals technical analysis videos. We did the 30 card special, our epic Perth Mint unboxings as well, and this little chestnut right here, how to sell gold and silver for spot price. We're about to upload very soon, probably next week, a video cheekily entitled how to buy silver at spot price, but we really mean it. You can buy silver and gold from us at spot price via a certain method, but we'll keep it under wraps for now. We'll let you know next week when we upload the video. So hit the subscribe button to see what's going to go happening next week. Of course, hit the follow button on Instagram and hit the follow button on Twitter as well. That's it, gang. Stay safe, and we'll speak to you soon.